Welcome, everyone. So, we're continuing our discussion on developing great practice techniques. When you see someone great perform, it's not by accident. And so, in this journey here, I want to share with you my truths about practicing. So, previously, I've had some warm ups. I didn't have the metronome on. Those warm ups are about getting in the moment now, right? Listening, relaxing, breathing. This next section here is about adding the metronome and working on your skills on the fretboard. The number one thing about technique is that it must relate to performance. Over the years, I've had so many guitarists come up and show me kind of odd or unusual technical studies, but they don't relate to music in any way. Personally, I don't have a lot of time, so the time that I do have to practice, I want it to be very effective. So that's the number one thing to think about. Anything that you use in your technical studies, do they relate to real music? Ultimately, the goal of great technique for me is that I can express myself, especially as an improviser, that any idea that I hear in my head, I can execute, which I can't. So that's why I keep coming back to it every day. Daily technical studies. Because I have so many ideas and I want to express them in a relaxed state. So this is the other thing. Great technique is relaxation. It is equivalent with relaxation. You will never see anyone that you consider a virtuoso who is not absolutely relaxed. So that's one of the main goals in developing your technique, is that you're developing relaxation and you're practicing in a relaxed state. Because as you practice is as you perform. Always remember that. They don't change, right? So developing these habits in your practice space are extremely important. Not being distracted, not being tense, breathing, relaxation, posture. So important to playing our instrument at the highest level. Yes, there is an athletic aspect of playing an instrument. We are being athletes. They're small muscle groups, but they are muscle groups all the same. So now we have our metronome on, right, in this section of these technical studies I'm going to share with you. What I want to do is develop fluidity. I want to develop beautiful tone. I want to develop relaxation. So I always start with the metronome very slow in my studies. So in my practice time that I've planned out, so hopefully you see those earlier videos about that, I want to start very slow, and by the end of the practice period, I want to be burning. I don't start out there, I lead up to there, right? I also want to play through as many keys as I can in a period of time. And then I want to find these technical studies that I'm working on and find musical applications for them. So this will be a second folder of studies. The first step here is working with your metronome and developing technique, right? So if we're talking about single note lines, we want to, first of all, really know your scales really well. Major, melodic minor, harmonic minor, diminished, whole tone, any of these scales that you might be working, you need to have good, confident fingerings with them. So maybe at this point you are just learning them. Take your time and teach your hands how to do them. Don't play any faster than you can play with beautiful tone and control. And if that means you have to pull the metronome way far back to do that, then that's what you need to do. Because until you have that foundation, you're just building on a bunch of holes, right? A bunch of holes in the foundation. So what I want to explore with you here is how technique should apply directly and lead directly to great performance. So follow along here, and I hope you enjoy some of my favorite technical studies, and then following, consequently, how we apply them to actual music. Peace out.